Once upon a time in the bustling town of Purrington, there lived a curious and adventurous cat named Whiskers. Whiskers was a sleek silver tabby with bright green eyes and a twitchy tail that always seemed to be in motion. Although he loved napping in sunny spots and chasing fluttering butterflies, there was one thing Whiskers had never done: visit a barbershop. One bright morning, Whiskers noticed a new sign hanging outside Mr. Snip's barbershop, which had just opened on the corner of Maple and Elm. The sign read, "Fresh cuts for all." Whiskers, intrigued by the idea of getting a trim and experiencing something new, decided it was the perfect day for a visit. With a determined flick of his tail, Whiskers padded over to the barbershop. The bell above the door jingled as he walked in, and the friendly barber, Mr. Snip, looked up from his chair with a warm smile. "Welcome to Mr. Snip's barbershop. How can I help you today?" Mr. Snip asked, his scissors clinking in his hands. Whiskers, feeling a bit shy but excited, meowed softly. "I'd like to try getting a trim. I've never been to a barbershop before." Mr. Snip chuckled and nodded. "Of course. We'll make sure you look fabulous. Please have a seat in the chair." Whiskers hopped onto the cushioned barber chair, which was much comfier than he expected. He looked around the shop, noticing the shiny mirrors and colorful jars of hair gel on the shelves. A large, friendly mirror seemed to wink at him, and he gave it a curious glance. As Mr. Snip prepared his tools, he began to chat with Whiskers. "So what brings you to the barbershop today?" Whiskers purred. "I just wanted to try something new. I've heard that a trim can be fun and make you feel great." Mr. Snip nodded with understanding. "Well, we'll make sure you leave here looking and feeling like $1,000,000. First, Mr. Snip gently brushed Whiskers' fur to get rid of any tangles. Whiskers relaxed and enjoyed the soothing sensation. Then, Mr. Snip started trimming Whiskers' fur with his special scissors. As Mr. Snip worked, Whiskers noticed that there were other animals in the shop, too. There was a fluffy Pomeranian named Sparkles getting her fur fluffed, a wise old owl named Oliver getting his feathers preened, and a dapper rabbit named Benny getting his ears trimmed. Whiskers watched with fascination as each animal enjoyed their own unique grooming experience. Sparkles, seeing Whiskers' curiosity, wiggled her nose and said, "Oh, Whiskers, you're going to look so dashing with your trim. Mr. Snip is the best in town." Oliver the owl hooted softly, "And don't forget to ask for the special treat afterwards. It's my favorite part." When Mr. Snip was done trimming Whiskers' fur, he carefully styled it with a bit of grooming gel, making sure Whiskers looked sharp and sleek. Whiskers looked at his reflection in the mirror and couldn't help but purr with delight. He looked neat and tidy and he felt great. Mr. Snip handed Whiskers a small shiny treat and said, "Here's a little something to celebrate your first barbershop visit. You were a wonderful customer." Whiskers took the treat with a grateful purr and nibbled on it happily. He thanked Mr. Snip and all his new friends for making his visit so special. As Whiskers left the barbershop, he felt like he was floating on air. He strutted down the street with his new look, feeling confident and proud. All his friends and fellow pets admired his fresh style and gave him compliments. From that day on, Whiskers enjoyed regular visits to Mr. Snip's barbershop, knowing that each visit brought new experiences and fun. And every time he left the shop, he felt just a little more adventurous and a lot more fabulous.